Hey everyone, it's Gab. If you enjoy the YouTube content, you might also enjoy watching me on Twitch. You can find the links in the description down below, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Alright, let's see what our opponent Malex is up to. Crashing Footfall a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, Gory Through the Breach, 5 colors Fires in Pioneer, Opera Expert. The Mox, I believe, starts in 2 hours. Alright, I think I'm gonna just close chat during the matches, like I do sometimes during the challenges and other big tournaments and stuff. Kind of just focus and we can just not get distracted by chat, not get help from chat. Alright, it is Rhinos. Mulligan to 5, turn on Footfall, solid hands. Kind of nice, I don't have to decide whether or not I want to play around Spell Pierce. Go on a Raugrin into Stomping or Ziatora into Steam Vents. Black right now. We need Stomping Ground. I don't have a counter spells anyways for Cascade Rhino. Yeah. Alright, they could have Hardcast Force. They could have Outburst, but they would probably main phase Outbursts. Is there a reason not to slam Teferi here? Or some negation is a reason? It's they go. So I have Binding. I have Binding plus I have enough turn for Prismari Command. I think I like seeing go here. I think if they had Outburst, they would just play it on their turn while I'm tapped out. Get basic mountain here, save a point of damage. 2 token. Spell Pierce pretty nice, except I can't Teferi plus Spell Pierce. One of the reasons why Teferi can be awkward. I have Rhino coming up. I mean, maybe that's on me for not getting Steam Vents though. Maybe that's me just not knowing the deck very well yet. Let's see. Arid Bolt. Arid Mesa, I guess. Discarding Bolt was kind of sus. Oh, alright, I get the treasure. Foundry or Steam Vents. Maybe just Foundry in case I draw another Binding. Fury's not that scary. Looks like we managed not to lose the mulligan to 5. Alright, nice. I don't even know what I did. Looks away for 2-6. Macy goes full D-Gen. What did Macy do? You can't see what we're saying, chat. You guys want to talk about how the Zelda team made yet another hot animal people race at the time we got hot goat peep. Understand the theory, is that also from your play experience? I played creativity quite a lot and came to a conclusion that 3 Archon is not enough. Later on, when I drew 1 or 2, I didn't even discard those to Fable because I realized they will be necessary to hardcast on grinding matchup. I played a decent bit of creativity back in the Omnav days when Yorion was still legal, and I think I was playing 3 Archons, and I liked 3 Archons. And I played the other day, I played 13 matches, was the Persist Archon version, like 3 Persist, 4 Archons, bunch of discard outlets, and thought Persist was pretty good. I also noticed just, drawing a lot of Archons, drawing a lot of Persist, having a bunch of dead cards. So, yeah, it was like give and take. Alright, Bolt's not great. Full Heat might not even always be good. Fable on the draw is kind of meh. I think I want to trim Binding, Archon, or Creativity. Teferi Command, Hidetsugu. Ren you can't always play on turn 2, but I feel like you still need it. Maybe you play it on turn 3 or 4, or maybe you just jam it on turn 2 if you have Hidetsugu. All the Pierce, all the Veils, the Moonlight, the Mana Leak, the Persist, the Bitter Reunion, the Iteration. Strike it rich, maybe, because of Blood Moon. This kind of a Blood Moon matchup. Surgical could be good too. Got a Wrenn on the draw. Maybe I should cut like a Fable. On the first, Strike it rich. Strike it rich is nice in this matchup. Was the extra mana can be good. And maybe just got Fire Ice. It's probably a Surgical matchup. I don't know if I need Surgical when I already have 2 Hallowed Moonlight and 2 Hidetsugu. Like maybe a bit of overkill for the Rhinos. I'm sure the Rhinos are like the scariest. Second Wrenn is kind of a maul. Hallowed Moonlight is gonna be awkward. Like if they just have turn 3 Charlotte's Agent, it means I have to draw black mana plus Persist or black mana plus Hidetsugu. They might just have ice. I'm not even gonna be able to Bitter Reunion. Have awkward mana. This is a maul. Binding can go, and Prismari Command or Veil. Maybe Prismari Command? Oh. Yeah, I want the first hand back too. Looks like we're trading a couple of mauls to 5. Let's see if I can do better. Exciting draw. Turn too late. 20 to 5 cards. Well, and Prismari Command are pretty similar here. Need Hidetsugu, most likely. Will let me fetch Blood Crypt. Fetch. Sugu would probably be my best draw. Black also enables like Archon Persist if I get really lucky. I'm sure the Fable's going to resolve. They might just have Force here. They might save the Force if they have it though. Ping Agent, draw to dig. I feel like pinging Agent's just not ambitious enough. I think I need the Treasure. On the play, I think I want that ice back. Maybe Binding can go. Enter the Fables, cut the Bindings. I mean, I'll lose if I don't draw blue. I have Archon in hand. No Wrenn, no fetch land. Well then, stood. I keep the land or the third Fable. That's the third Fable, right? Maybe not. Do I really need 3 Fables ever? The Force. All the good ones too. Could have. I'll keep the land. Not sure what I'm supposed to do against Fire Ice. I'm supposed to fetch or not. Some tricky spots. I think maybe not fetch. How much life is it gonna cost me? 4 more life just to dodge 1 turn of Fire Ice. Could be the difference between winning and losing though. Let's see what I draw. Maybe I'll draw Veil. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pay the 4 life. Right. Oh wow. As the Teferi gets disputed, I gotta play I wanna get Foundry. And probably green mana. I play green mana. Stomping Ground. I mean, they can fire the token. Still pretty good for them. Maybe I should have kept the third Fable. The Blood Moon. Fire into Blood Moon. Ooh, no fire. My life total for no reason. Triome means probably no Blood Moon either, which is Fury? Yeah. Am I gonna lose because I didn't keep the third Fable? Probably have basic in the hand, right? Must have basic in hand. Discard 2 cards. Yes. Teferi and Dwarven Mine? Or Teferi and Hidetsugu? I might need Hidetsugu. 3 cards left. Maybe Dwarven Mine? Teferi Dwarven Mine? I mean, I'm gonna draw land, right? Right. I have like 3 more draws to any lands. That'd be like five cards in a row with no lands. Okay. Interesting. Fire doesn't do a ton for me, right? So let's say they have Outburst. That's all this card Moonlight. Start by attacking. I don't want to keep Moonlight because they're just going to cast it was the treasure trigger on the stack. Alright, they have 1 red. They have Force of Negation. Could have... I guess they could have Orvar technically. I don't think Rhino usually plays Orvar. If I play Hidetsugu, I could Hidetsugu this turn, and then Creativity for 2 next turn. We does Creativity for 1 now and probably just win. They're on dead gone. I have Creativity for 2 next turn. Even if somehow they have something good. Oh, they got Triumph because it was Wooded Foothills. They couldn't get basic Island. GG's. Alright, Force and no blue cards. Probably still win. If that Force last turn, just because. Alright, nice. It was nice to win the first one. We haven't played Modern in a while. It's 1 month. Murktide, Merfolk, Murktide. I'm gonna assume Murktide. Pretty bad hand.
Hey Gab, thanks Gab for Gab all Gab the Gab awesome Gab content.
No beats. Thanks for your primary sub. Really appreciate it. All right. I think I should mulligan. Much better. I only have 1 Persist in my deck, so I need to get Junt. Targeting me. Why would you not target yourself on your turn and just shock Steam Vents? Either way, I don't think I should hold Wrenn and Six. Oh wow. Okay. Always nice. Very nice. Maybe I should have known they didn't have Spell Pierce, because if they had Spell Pierce, they would almost definitely bubble themselves and then shock on their turn. Is this the fabled free win on the play? I don't know if Adam is right or wrong, but Shares looked pretty good the challenge so far. Alright, I mean just straightforward, right? Archon. Archon for 1. They could have Unholy Heat, but I still have a full hand. I could go Fable Binding. Fable Binding. I mean, I have Wrenn 2 that's gonna ultimate. They have a lot too. They have a lot to Unholy Heat. I'm not sure which one's higher EV line. Binding plus Fable or just Creativity right away. They need double Unholy Heat. And I still have a 7-card hand. What's Fable too? I only have 1 Unholy Heat. Alright, let's see their latest list. It's a month old. 3 Chandler for right. 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Spell Snare, 1 Explosives. So I need to expect Blood Moon. Blood Moon. I don't know how many explosives you want as a Merc type player. I don't think you want to overdo it. One or two. The Fluster Storm maybe. Maybe Hearse is okay, especially if they don't not have Blood Moon, Dispute. Probably not Force. Alright, let's see. Veil is good. Arcade Rich is good. Don't want Wear Tear, don't want Surgical, don't want Boseiju, don't want Moon. Okay. And then... well, it's not good. Everything's good. Probably cutting a creativity is not, like, unheard of. Even maybe cut an Archon, cut a creativity. How do you usually sideboard this matchup? How does one sideboard? This is good against Unholy Heat. Kind of bad if they bring in hers. Maybe I don't want all the Spell Pierce and the Veils, but there's Blood Moon. It's almost definitely on the cuts, but... should have maybe Spell Pierce that since they mulligans. Guess I should keep Spell Pierce for Blood Moon. Awkward Unholy Heat. So to be fair, just be I guess it could be like an ending or got my Archon mana. Just need 5 more lands. Already playing 4 bolts, 4 bindings, so it's like, I mean, this could be Prismari Command, it could be another mana leak, it could be a Fire Ice. I got really lucky, I think. I got so lucky that that was their hand. Just so tempting for them, and now you just get to win. For the creativity, no problem. Still draw it when I need it. Alright, they need like Blood Moon plus Unholy Heat. They don't even have the mana for both. They have Delirium. Should I start picking them down? The matchup isn't this one-sided. Normally, yeah, of course not. Like I said, just draws line up really well. Beat 297. What are you up to, my friend? Modern League Thopter combo. Well, it might be a debate, but I think I see a pattern, chat. Alright, 4 Esper Sentinel, 2 Smiths, 4 Stone. Okay, what interaction do they have? 1 Teferi, 4 Rebuke. Spell Bomb. They have their own combo, obviously. It seems like it should be a fine matchup. Spell Pierce is like okay against them, but it's actually not that great, right? It counters Foundry, it fights over Rebuke. That's pretty bad. Okay. Do I get rid of Wooded Foothills? A Blood Crypt. I think my left total matters too much. I'm not sure keeping Archon. I mean, I'm assuming it's correct. I only have 1 Persist, but also only have 3 Archon, so it'd be awkward both ways. Is that in their list? Yeah. Alright, no turn 1 Sentinel is nice. Got ourselves good old Stomping Ground. Bit of Reunion nice in the curve here, probably better than Prismari Command, even though Prismari Command is probably really good in this matchup. Are they gonna get Caldra or part of the combo? Caldra complete. Caldra complete. Should I just play it slow? Wrenn plus, Bold the Stoneforge. Fable's pretty tempting. Should I get Basic Mountain or Blood Crypt? I have 1 Persist. I also have Binding for 1 mana. I like Blood Crypt because of Binding. Scary is Urza. Urza, get a token. 4/4 token. I just pass. Make a token. What can they get? It's the best thing they can get. Spellbomb's pretty good. Spellbomb, Pithing Needle. No Graveyard Hate main deck? That's weird. Do you really have not a single card of Graveyard Hate main? They're probably gonna get Spellbomb. I pass and they make a token, get a Spellbomb. I have a 4/4. Am I under the gun? Not really. But I could have Rebuke too. Alright, I'll pass. And they're ripping Rebuke. An Archon. All scary. I'll fight. Definitely fight. I have a 2-turn clock. Need to find something. CP. Hopefully they don't have another Rebuke. Main phase. What the hell? What's that about? Just why would you ever do that? That seems not great. Alright, definitely getting rid of Archon. Definitely keeping the second Fable. Oh my god, add Wrenn. Oh, that was terrible. Well, that's not great. Yeah, that was really bad. This few. I guess it's not the end of it. I could have gotten Binding, get back my Wrenn, fetch Sacred Foundry, bind the token. Maybe I'll be happy I have the extra Binding. Might come in handy. Extra land would have been Soul Nettle Cyst. Can you get rid of the Meek? Ooh, Persist. The 1 Persist. Well, that's gonna be good. No? Well, that was nuts. Just good deck building, chat. What can I say? Just good deck building. The 1 of Bitter Reunion. The 1 of Persist. You'll love to see it. Singleton Unite. Literally Tron. Literally Tron Gamer over here. Alright.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Boseiju good enough against them. Probably. Flusterstorm. Yeah, I might want Boseiju. I might want Veil. Cole. Moonlight. Moonlight not good enough. Hidetsugu. Hidetsugu seems good. Wear Tear is good. Surprised I have no bad cards. I think Spell Pierce might just be awkward. Their spells are pretty cheap. I mean, I guess it's Spell Pierce or Veil. Spell Pierce counters like Teferi. Could counter Thopter Foundry. Spell Pierce seems kind of bad. I'm not sure Boseiju is amazing either. Boseiju might just be too slow. Could cut Iteration. League seems kind of okay. Cut Teferi. Is Veil. Well, they have Rebuke. They might bring in Philosopher's Storm too. It's just not worth it. No one-mana counter seems bad. We do like one Veil, one Spell Pierce. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna do all removal. See how that works out for me. Or Dutch turn one Sentinel both games. It's kind of nice. Would I have a discard Fable? Fable or Bolt? They didn't play Stoneforge. I thought Greed and discard Fable and discard Bolt. Seems kind of sketchy to discard my one cheap spell. Maybe they have kind of a passive draw. I mean, multiple Fables could be good. The Hidetsugu could be good, and then the Persist could... Maybe the Persist was... Persist seems kind of nice when I have double Fable, though. Feels like it could come in handy. Just gonna get all my manas. Because if they counter Fable, then my Hidetsugu is good. If they don't counter Fable, I'm pretty happy about it. What did they keep? I mean, their hand is fine. Turn 1 Artifact Land, turn 2 Saga, cheap artifact. I mean, Saga makes your hand. Just solos me. They don't have Orvar in their latest list, but their latest list is not that old. Is Hidetsugu gonna shine again? Like it maybe could. They don't have Urza. Urza plus Rebuke would be good for them. I mean, just Rebuke, I guess. So Rebuke is pretty much lethal. I might be able to pay for Rebuke, actually. No, one Archon. I'll step Archon, easy. Or if my open wants to tap out, that's cool too. Okay. Oh, they're tapped out. Oh, nice. I mean, just Archon, right? Unless we sing they're on Orvar, but Hidetsugu doesn't really save me. If I were to play Hidetsugu, kill their token, kill their Shadow Spear, I'm just delaying the inevitable. Let's see. How do I sequence? Let's attack first. See what happens. Maybe I should have played Liam. Otawara. Think about that? Not really. So just go Bolt, Fable. Bolt, Fable, Steam Vents. Or Hidetsugu. Yeah, Bolt, Fable, Steam Vents. Straightforward. Unless... I was thinking maybe play Scalding Tarns for the extra token, but perhaps second blue was my hand. They have 3 cards in hand. 2 of them are dumb equipments. Pretty good. Okay. Done pretty smoothly. They just had just a fine draw, nothing great. Modern Challenge Twiddle's Storm? Dang, what the hell is Twiddle's? Exactly what the name says it is. Kills you as Grave Shots. Twiddle. How do you infinite though? Amulet of Vigor? Is it not? Oh, Lotus Field. Lotus Field, Breach, bunch of mana, tutor for ad nauseum, I guess. Just discard, and that's literally all they ever play. They have Spell Pierce. We're gonna go turn 2 Wrenn, turn 3 Fable. Does ice do anything against them? Maybe just get rid of the ice. Like kind of a bad matchup. I have a ton of interaction. They have Spell Pierce in their deck. Any reason I should cast Bitter Reunion first? Maybe. Bitter Reunion into Fable, forget about Wrenn. I mean, I don't need the extra cards really. What's Wrenn doing for me? Am I just dead? Just be dead. Is he, yeah, to just cast Breach for value a bunch? Or my Talisman? Oh, it's just GG. Is that infinite? Tomb Scour. Is that a loop? Tomb Scour gets you +2 cards, but -1 mana. For 3 mana, you cast Tomb Scour twice. It's +4 card, and then you twiddle. So you gain a 1 card and 1 mana every time? No, you just gain a 1 card? Yeah, it's infinite, right? That's cool, wow. Spell Pierce still there. Pact of Negation, the one of Ad Nauseam. Bubble, how many bubbles do they play? 4? No, it's not about the clock. It's gonna be fast match. It's just making sure they're still playing pretty similar list to Lario West. What did he get in sideboard? 2 explosives. That's suspended already. Exalt target creature, put time safe house. 4 Leyline of Sanctity. And free kill, that's pretty sick. The Veil probably good. Turn to Earth. Surgical. Wear Tear. Boseiju. I have a couple alternate win conditions. They have 1 MT. And then deck cards. Storm, when you cast a spell, copy it for each. They just bring that in. Not sure. I wonder if Hidetsugu is good enough. They're really slow, but it's not that slow. Let's see. The removal's fairly pointless. Binding's pretty good. F is probably fine. Instant speed stuff is fine. Is Turn the Earth good enough? Gotta be. Bracket Rich. I already have too many cards. Board in empty. I don't know. I doubt it. Turn the Earth. I don't know if Turn the Earth actually stops them. Might not. I mean, I don't think I need it, right? I just need to interact with Breach. I have like Wear Tear and Bindings. And Veils for their Spell Pierce. Surgical's probably fine. Spell Pierce probably fine. Hidetsugu might be okay. You can just solo them. I played on free. And then the safe point of trying to speed up with Strike It Rich is kind of fair. Could like trim an Archon. Could like trim that stuff. Do 2 Strike It Rich. Alright. It's just a cantrip. Hidetsugu for MT. I think Archon just trumps MT, right? I mean, I don't know why you would board that Grape Shot in this matchup. You're either going off or you're not, I think. Wrenn no fetch. I mean, I have cards to find my fetch. Alright. A kept 7. I want the 2 lands, I want the Wrenn, I want the Spell Pierce. I need to keep the Bitter Reunion. I don't want to be too greedy. And then I guess I should keep the Binding. I'm gonna close the chat. I think it's a good idea to join an RCQ as a mirror control for Pioneer. I think the deck's pretty good. Unless everyone's playing Rakdos at your RCQ, and probably not good. Alright, Command or Binding. Command and Wrenn could be really good, just a ton of value. How many binding effects I have? I have 3 more bindings, 1 wear tear, like surgical, that's pretty good against breach too. I don't have that many. I'm just gonna keep the binding. They're ripping Spell Pierce. How unfortunate. Events go. Do I care that much? They might not even counter Wrenn because I don't have a land. Or I could lead with Bitter Reunion. Maybe that makes more sense. Don't want to counter Bitter Reunion, sure. I think I'm going to gamble a bit and discard the land. Not even that bit of a gamble. I guess now I... Oh yeah, I do have Wrenn with Pierce mana up next turn. Right, I don't think their deck can kill on turn 2. That's the good news. Seems looking quite nice. Maybe they can just kill me for Spell Pierce, actually. Why, they're gonna turn free kill me was twiddled back up. Looks like their deck's just great. They didn't mulligan either game either, just the nuts 2 games in a row. Kind of looks like the best deck in Modern, honestly. Did I mess up? Did I punt the land sequencing? Yeah, I mean, they probably just, obviously they're just super high rolls, like, just perfect hands both games. Because they don't have a ton of ways to find Lotus Field. They have like 4 bubbles. You have like bubble consider talisman. And once they have Lotus Field, they still need to have either breach or ad nauseum. Yeah, no, I don't think the deck's. I mean, it like falls to a lot of hate. Even this matchup, I'm assuming game 2's probably. I'm assuming the sideboard games are really good. Are probably really good for me. Like even this game, if I could have had like fetch land up instead of steam vents, I would have won. Maybe I should have played a bit differently. I guess if they were on ad nauseum and not breach, then wear tear and binding was like not gonna save me. Yeah, Harry MTG should make a video. I mean, how can I not be dead here? There's like literal 0 chance, right? It's like impossible. I guess if they don't have a breach, no, they would need to not have a breach, not have a talisman. It's like impossible, right? I guess, yeah, they have talisman, twiddle, dreams grip. Not sure what's going on. Well, Adren really good in the first 3 rounds, so I guess I was due for a little bad run. Just running into the nuts. I had kind of dodged the nuts so far. I mean, I don't know, they're thinking about their plays somehow. Maybe they're trying to not lose to surgical or endurance or something like that. I think it's deterministic. They have talisman, right? Is it not? Oh, did they somehow not have enough twiddles? Yeah, you might be right, maybe. Am I gonna kill them with Wrenn Ping? They need red and black, yeah. I mean, if they're struggling, they know their deck by heart, right? It's literally all they ever play. So when they started tanking, I was like, maybe? Let's see the evolution of the deck. That's Street Wraith a while ago. Street Wraith, Grim Tutor. 1 Grape Shot, no ad nauseum. Breach, even besides before that, was Breach Lotus Storm. Why Street Wraith? Just for extra cards? So costly. Grim Tutor. Dragonite Chandler at one point. That looks like I maybe win. I had Chandler until not long ago. Looks like they figured it out. I know the storm count's only 9. Grape Shot doesn't kill me. Well, they have the mana for Breach now, right? Oh, but they don't have blue. They can either float red. If they cast Breach, then I think they don't have blue mana to untap stuff. They would play the turn early. Well, I'm assuming they got really unlucky with their Ad Nauseam. Probably played it good and just got really unlucky after getting a really good opening hand. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not trivial. Seems like it would be trivial when you cast Ad Nauseam to find what you need. You need it to like not hit Breach. You think they board out Breach to dodge Binding and Wear Tear and the Graveyard Hates? Maybe they just board out Breach. Is that a thing? Can they board out Breach? No, the F-Pact and Spell Pierce to back it up. There's no way they board out Breach, right? How they win? I mean, Ad Nauseam is enough, right? Technically. Or is it not? No, maybe not. You cast 5 spells. Yeah, but they don't have. They're out of Twiddle. I think they just didn't draw that many Twiddles. It's just a little complicated, and they're gonna figure it out. Maybe I'm just dead. They're just enjoying in camera time. Even if the player who plays the deck all the time is struggling, it might actually mean they're stuck. Oh, let's not hope, anyways. Is it Copium? Maybe. I don't have Force of Negation. Yeah, I would have definitely not used Force of Negation on Ad Nauseam. I mean, it's possible they're considering like Surgical Extraction or Endurance, but I've been F6, so I don't think that's it. They actually brought in Suspend. 1 blue instant, exile target creature and put 2. Oh, it's pretty good against Creativity for 1. Recommend that 12. You can like cast any spell, Pacted, Grape Shots. Oh. I wonder if they were literal 1 spell shorts, 2 spell shorts. If I had 2 more life, I would win. I wonder how often their deck Goldfish is on turn 3 like that. Wouldn't be that consistent, right? Well, that's kind of gross. Double turn 3 kill. Turn 3 kill through Spell Pierce. Arctide. They're playing first. I have an Archon and no second land. Archon and no second land. Oh, it's not much better. Just 100% lose to Ragavan. At least I can cast some spells. Could get rid of like Dwarven Mine. Probably have to keep this and pray. Pray no 1-drop. Fetch land, bubble, go. At least it's not Ragavan. I don't think I have a million options here. Maybe I should have gotten Sacred Foundry for binding. Turn to Bitter Reunion just to filter has been solid for me. Ooh, no iteration pre-combat, no double spell. Just say go, I guess. And shoot Chandler, get a treasure. Getting pretty low though. Phase Auto Waro. Assume this is getting countered. Looks like he might have double counter spell of some kind if he's playing Auto Waro. And then I can go Mine. If he counters, I can go Mine Fable maybe. Doesn't counter, I can just go Mine Teferi. Okay. What did we say if he doesn't counter? I'm at 9. Let's try it. I mean, if he had double bolt, I think he would have double bolted me in response to try and get Delirium. On Creativity this turn, so I have to decide between Fable. Fable token might just die to Thingy. Then I'm left for some discard. Teferi is like... Teferi baits a counter spell, which is nice. I think it's just Teferi, right? Oh, he does have bolts? He doesn't have 2 bolts. Why, he had double bolts? Double bolt and he didn't do that on his turn? I'm sick. If I Spell Pierce Consider? So if I Spell Pierce Consider, he gets to loot again. I feel like I'm only losing to for Lightning Bolt. Consider digs. Wait, I'm at 6. Oh, no, I'm gonna go down to 3. Right. I could just Spell Pierce the Bolt, I guess. But then I can get my... I'm gonna let him resolve Consider. And I might just Spell Pierce the Bolt. He kept? No, he dealt that Graveyard. Kind of like Spell Piercing the Bolt, but then potentially loots. Then he gets to Spell Pierce my Teferi. That's kind of a 6 spots. Let's see. He has 2 Spell Pierce, full Lightning Bolt in his latest list. There's also like Ragavan. No, Ragavan. I Spell Pierce Bolt, and he Spell Pierce Teferi. He has a removal, I die. Did he play like he had Spell Pierce this game? Did you play like you had Spell Pierce this game? Turn on Channeler, turn to Shredder. Kind of hard to say. 2 bolts, 2 Spell Pierce. If I don't counter and he has bolt, I 100% die. If I counter and he has Spell Pierce or Teferi, I die to like counter spell. No, he probably doesn't have counter spell. If I fetch, go down to 3, then I'm just dead on board. I don't know. Game losing play. Discard Iteration? Wait, discard Iteration? But no Pierce? You have 2 cards better than Iteration. Shredder? Wait. Their last card in hand is... Well, we know it wasn't Spell Pierce. Their last card in hand is like Bolt or Unholy Heat that they kept slightly. And I get just Creativity for 2. Do I want to draw Dwarven Mine? Not really. Alright, I mean, if they didn't draw... if they didn't draw Spell Pierce, I probably win. I didn't even have 1 on Holy Heat. Am I crazy? Didn't... Oh, I had the wrong scene, sorry. My bad. Sorry. I'm not crazy, right? They kept 2 cards over Iteration. Alright, Blood Moon, Dispute, Space Down, Fluster Storm, Explosive. They have lots of options. Veil, Strike It Rich. That's right. And then what did I board at? How did I sideboard last time? Have I seen the new Nissa yet? No. How did I sideboard last time? Would some negation be a good addition to Historic? I haven't played Historic in a long time. I can't tell. Probably it would be fine. Bracket Rage, I don't know, it's not my tech. I think last time I did something like that, but I don't think it was super good. Creativity keeps just winning me the game in all these games. If Fire Ice is all slow. I think I like this package. Mana Leak. Mana Leak's kind of nice against Murktide, but I guess was Binding in my deck. It's nice against Blood Moon too. Maybe 1 Binding on the draw can go. The 1 mana removal spells are more important. Okay, 2 more. 2 more cards. Maybe some of the freeze. Fable's the best card against Blood Moon though. Maybe it is just like 1 Archon, 1 Creativity. Persist? Yeah, Persist been good for me. I think it's been good for me multiple times today. Oh, you jinxed it. Easy jinx. Pretty solid hands. Wish that Binding was a burn spell. Binding's great. Should I respect Blood Moon or not? At least I should say go. Not a bind now. Go wait a turn. Just play Wrenn and Six. bad against exactly Blood Moon plus land plus 1 mana spell. Super rush to play Wrenn. Kind of puts a little pressure on them though. If I get a Spell Pierce, I'm kind of happy. The question is, do I Spell Pierce Iteration? Because I only have one. I'm sure I want to play my iteration right away. Kind of awkward was the rest of my hands. Spell Spear sucks. Alright, I need to draw Creativity. Yeah, I boarded 1 out. I stopped boarding out that card. I'm discarding Spell Pierce too. I mean that Flusterstorm. Alright, I have a couple turns. It's funny. I think I still play Iteration first. Old Bolt's gonna suck against Flusterstorm. Should I just wait their upkeep? Make a difference? I have Spell Pierce, it does make a difference. So which one do I kill? Shredder gives them potentially more loot, but Murktide could just grow some more and 2-shot me. 12? I have another Murktide. Shredder? Oh, but their Shredder can draw. Oh no, they would need to have double spell. Yeah, their Shredder can just grow to 7. So dumb. I mean, they would need to have double. That's probably bad. Chords. Next level, I'm making them loot away all their spells. That was Flusterstorm anyways. What if I go Bolt without iteration first? Okay. Unholy Heat seems medium. My cards get much better on the play. Maybe trim Spell Pierce. I mean, Ice is nice, but special. This Ice and Iteration, maybe? Full hand. I get just Steam Vents. Steam Vents Strike It Rich. So I don't give away that I have Wrenn in hand. Themselves. We play Wrenn, obviously. Bitter Reunion first. Discard Prismari Command. Draws. Maybe just Wrenn first. Not my fight, right? I don't really care about Blood Moon this game. I wonder if I play too much around Spell Pierce. I give away too much equity to play around Spell Pierce all the time. It's a pretty good hand to play around Blood Moon. Better. Means I get to resolve Fable. Oh wow. Big moment. Oh no, never mind, it's Connive. They get to pick. Good for them, that was a good turn. They need a creature or sorcery. Wow. Wow, that's huge. Dang. This game's not over. They just slam a Murktide and I break, I lose.
From the ghastly Eyrie, I can see to the ends of the world, and from this vantage point, I declare with utter certainty that this one is in the bag.
Switching first, like Dwarven Mine or something. I think it's more important that I get the colors right. No Murky plays. Not a Shredder, acceptable. Shredder into Iteration, YOLO. Yep, 2-turn clock. 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, I'm one short of hard casting the Archon. Alright, I need Persist or Creativity. Oh, they're attacking Wrenn? What the hell? Okay. 10 damage. Might mean they have Bolt in hand. Really fitting the decks the correct play. Adding... I mean, it really matters. I get Proving Ground or Triome. All the treasures. 5, 6. Could draw multiple white spells, I guess. I don't know. 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn, on short. It's tough. Archon could be good. If I draw a spot removal spell, get to hardcast Archon next turn. Does draw another Archon. It removes my Persist out. Draw Creativity, I don't need a land. I don't even need a land. Possible to play is discard the 2 lands first. And then I have Prismari Command. Do I have a redraw? Land. Me Creativity for 1. Just be the 2 lands. I discard 2 lands. Am I ever casting Archon next turn? Archon's not going to save me. I think 2 lands makes sense. Did I mess up last turn? Could I have like Bitter Reunion my Shaman, or did they have a 2-4 untapped? Let's see. Let's play Dwarven Mine. I don't know why I played it first. No, playing it first seems fine. Draw 2 treasure. One Persist 1 time. 4, 5, 6, 7. Uncast Archon. If I draw Dwarven Mine, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discard both lands. I mean, I think I'm dead. I think they just have a Bolt in hand. Discard Spell Pierce. What's Spell Pierce going to do? Counter spell, doesn't counter anything. Counter Iteration into Bolt. And they just grow Shredder and I'm dead on board. What's the land doing for me ever? Oh yeah, it's Persist. Persist or Dwarven Mine. Man, that was a lot of bricks. I like every card in my deck. First Spell Pierce was really good for me. This one, obviously, I wish it was like Ice, Unholy Heat. Did end up losing because I drew. I might have lost because I didn't play Wrenn early enough. Iteration would have been good. Turn too late. Either hand is just all Flusterstorms. Alright, GG's. That was close. Wow, Binding Creativity. 1 turn off. I don't want to keep because I have Command plus Cruelty. He has Grief for my command. I'm left with nothing. A land maybe? I mean, getting an Archon in the mid is kind of sick. Just Bolt, I guess.
Your fav non-French food?
Hey Sebastian, thanks for the 30 months. And the great question. I don't think I have one. There's just too many good... Can you name your favorite foods? Also, French food's not especially high up on my list of foods. Oh, these Greek sandwiches we get every week are freaking delicious. Maybe like pizza? It's not a reasonable question. Greek salad. Wow, how healthy. Greek salad is really good. So like what? Olives, lettuce, red onions, cucumbers, feta cheese, deep fried preserved butter and cheese. Alright, back to focusing. If you have any questions, ask them between the games. Or the matches, even better. As well do it now, right? Or should I wait a turn? I should just do it now. There's so many cards I can draw. Fable, Teferi. I need a discard outlet. I need a Prismari Command. Ooh, or a second bolt. Second bolt to bolt my Archon in response. Hey! Kaneki land number 2. Lucky. Too bad I drew both Archons. I could creativity my own Archon to get it in the bin. Maybe I'll still... Oh, I could just draw and discard to hand size, I guess. I can double discard to hand size. Very nice. Doubt he has endurance in his main. Might just be drawing dead. Surprised if he was Archons in my bid. I mean, game 1's probably not super great for me. What did his sideboard these days? Anyone know? Esther has living in build.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Thanks. Because Twitter, yeah, I could. Oh, is he doing the same thing though? I want to keep it fair. Veil's usually pretty good. Turn to Earth is good. Hallowed Moonlight seems good. Surgical seems bad. Unholy Heat bad. Binding probably not great. Yeah, Merkster got me. I mean, Boseiju, they only have like 2 basics. No, I'd have breeding pools and stuff. Never mind. I could Rich for the extra mana. Hidetsugu too slow. I don't know, maybe not. What hate does what hate does Living in play? Dismember, Endurance, Dispute, so nothing? I guess he brings in Endurance maybe? I mean, this looks kind of gas. Like you're rich. I think I'm gonna be able to tap out for that card. Extra land could be nice. Extra Boseiju. Yeah, that's still living in Kaneki. And hand. Mix of lands and spells. A surgical a creature. Strike to high roll. Surgical Wooded Foothills. Yeah, in magical Jose land. I know that's how you draw. That's how all your draws look, Jose, but us mere mortal, we have to actually play you know, with the cards they give us. Not just with the hands that we make up in our dreams. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to surgical creator of mystery here. 3-2 Gab is ruthless. I'm not even in a bad mood. I mean, I had some good matches, just close games, kind of. Damn, he made his second land drop. How lucky. Surgical feels kind of bad. Doesn't feel like it's ever going to do anything for me. Maybe getting grief is good sometimes. Maybe he just has like a double living end draw. It's surgical to see his hand. Looks like he has force. I guess I'm gonna get to go surgical River Winder, and he only brings back a 4/4. You want to pay the 2 life? I could draw Wrenn, Bitter Reunion. Is the 2 life gonna matter? It might. Might matter. You can Endurance in response if he wants to YOLO. Yeah, how did he sideboards? 2 Disputes, 3 Force, 2 Grief. Interesting, he just keeps all the Cyclers. 2 Endurance, bit of everything, and then he keeps a lot of the Cyclones. Oh, he has Orvar in his deck. Wow. 1 Orvar. 2 Subtlety. Is Subtlety that good in this matchup? 4 Force? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 4 Force. Subtlety for, I guess he's worried about Teferi, but only have 1. He has 4 Outburst. Oh, he trends on Charless. Interesting. Or am I blind? I need 2 Charless. Oh, we know his hands. I have creativity next turn. Did I ever do anything else? Creativity, and he top decked a counter. And he top decked a force. I lose on the spot. If I play Fable first, I think I can chill. So let's see. Creativity now is really bad against 3 Force, Orvar. That's 4 cards and 2 Disputes. If I play Fable first, I give him an extra draw step. I think it might be worth it to give him an extra draw step. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like that Fable does a lot for me. I don't know, I feel like the advantage I gain is better than is bigger than the advantage I lose. Maybe I'll just define his hand to a bit more. The creator does have a path. Didn't really do much for me. There's 1 mystery card in hand. Guess I go for it now. I kind of forgot about creator passive. Makes his untapped draw more valuable. So it does go for both. He has Orvar. He has Orvar. I'm screwed either way. Go for the treasure. Be bad against Boseiju. Force or Orvar, basically. That's painless. Oh, it can't ever draw anything good. Insane Goon. So many goons today. Goon the Spoon, Insane Goon. Insane Goon, thank you so much for your Prime sub. Appreciate it. Trying to just living in for a bunch. That spelled Pierce right. I guess I should just take it. Who cares? I don't get to persist. I have endurance. I mean, I guess I have the rest of my hand, yeah. Yeah, should be good still. Didn't have the mana to, 1 card in hand. 1 Bitter Reunion, 1 Persist. Why would you ever need more? It's just good deck building. These games kind of made me wish I just didn't even have Spell Pierce in my deck. Just 4 Bitter Reunion, 4 Prismari Command, 4 Persist, 4 Creativity, just all in their face. Innate. Hey everyone. I mean, I guess hand is fine. I thought they have a pet deck. Oops. Okay, never mind. They're probably just playing the new Nissa. Because that was like a deck they play a lot. It's like Living In, but was Risen Reef, yeah. I haven't played against the new Nissa yet. See it. So who's winning? Who's winning that third game? Where did the chat go? What did I do? Renard made Kogla. Is it gonna be good enough? Probably. Marco let cast 4. Wrenn into Risen Reef. I guess Risen Reef's not the end of the world. I lost 2 minutes and a half in like super grindy matchup. Might make up a little time. The next turn, do I just want to go Wrenn minus if he plays Risen Reef, or Prismari Command plus kill, get a treasure maybe? Ardo has Worm Cult versus Marco's Boseiju in hand and Green Sun Cenis and B. My Wrenn. Really here besides Sig. I don't think they usually play counters in the main. Is there a reason to kill it was a trigger on the stack? Reason not to? I could have Spell Pierce. Hit Spell Pierce should probably. Ping me? What the hell? Should just Creativity my treasure token. Or should I get Creativity on Dwarf and then if he has Solitude? If he has Solitude, I mean, sure, I get the Wrenn, a discard, then he gets to untap, hardcast Solitude. Now, getting the Wrenn's big deal, I get to keep my 1/1. Okay. Index Spell Pierce. Binding, oh my god. Rip. That's what I get for playing with chat open, not focused, not thinking about binding. So coming in on chat when it's 100% on me, classic. Wait, did they forget to use Wrenn? Oh no, they minused it, never mind. I'm trying to figure out why they minused it, pinging me instead of plussing it a few turns ago. Wrenn would be on 6 right now. I want to draw Dwarven Mine here. Alright, I can hardcast the other Archon in 2 turns. It'd be nice to draw Spelled first. Doesn't look like they have anything for Archon. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, if only I had like one removal spell here for Risen Reef or anything really. Be pretty gross if that's a salt. Uh-oh. Might as well use it. I mean, binding on Archon's not the end of the world. Now binding is a great draw. Teferi is a great draw. That cat hit pinging me. Rip these draws, jeez. Kind of nice to have an Archon chilling under the binding. Oh, insurance. I just dead on board. Close. Yeah, probably. I'm not dead to a removal spell, probably. Like removal spell Teferi. What are they doing? Did you like one too many lands? Oh, I guess I just lose now. I need to draw binding, I think. 6 up to 9 to sack Risen Wraith. I'm dead on board. All these Wrenn pings paying off. Know what I need to draw? King probably for a starter. Impressive. Yeah. Oh, land. Alright, let's see. No changes, really? Spell Pierce is decent. Removal is good. Persist is kind of mid against all the exiles effect. Wear Terrace probably okay-ish. Moonlight can do stuff with the bindings. If I bind and they kill it. Veil could be good. Oh yeah, Boseiju, yeah, better than Wear Tear. I have nothing to bring in, but I don't really have much to board out either. No, I don't think that's true that there's nothing under the binding most of the time. Do I need all the bolts? Probably not. They probably have... Wait, we didn't see Nissa. They're kind of hard to get right now. They have Nissa in their deck. I definitely don't want to board out bolts. Maybe my bindings are mid because of Teferi. I guess binding on binding is nice. Marco punted and missed. Trip Mine lethal was the elf that gets bigger with free lands. Wow, brutal. Sucks. Well, I guess good for Bernardo. Wonder how much I should rely on that Wrenn and Six. It does get rid of Stomping Ground. Marco won? What a cringe fest. Was it punch repunts again? Becky Bell, yeah. Wild match. Much of these later. No, I don't think I'll pass. Alright, hopefully you don't have like the spicy spell pierce. The GG spell pierce. At least I drew a land. It's not completely GG. Didn't make me sweat was a in response fetch. Nice. But I still make top 8. Only 7 rounds, right? Yeah, no, I can't make Breaker's not good enough. Oh, an actual counterspell.
Someone from a long-remembered dream. Go Gab, but stay there.
Didn't get it. Go Gab, but stay there. D-Champ either way. Thanks for your reset. Appreciate it. Let's see. Another binding or Archon for when I hardcast it. Another binding. I guess not Archon Creativity for 2 next turn. Way worth the trade-off. Didn't have to request a sub refund for no shout out like I do for day 9. Wow. I don't know what you're talking about. Does anyone know what G-Champ's talking about? Literally no clue. I think I'm gonna let them have Wrenn. I guess I get a Wrenn for free. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Could go for 2, like have waited and gone for 2, but I think it's just giving them, I don't know, I don't think it's getting much better for me. One of their card is Risen Wraith. Apparently their other 2 are Omnath and Solitude, good beats. If I wait, they can draw a counter, they can draw Talking myself and see how much do I care about Wrenn. Maybe I could have waited. Definitely need binding for Risen Wraith. Counterspell in the yard 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean 4 turns not that many. Bind the Wrenn. Maybe I'm playing scared. Persist. Persist is a little ambitious against the Exile All deck. What would it be though? It'd be Veil maybe? I'd bring in Veil now. I see Counterspell if there's a third game. Like they hit a land and they're deciding whether to keep it in hand or not. What are they repping? Binding, pay for Spell Pierce. Gotta counter that. It's an elemental, it cantrips on Risen Wraith. Man, Endurance makes Persist even worse. This is where Hallowed Moonlight would be good, because I think this is something that comes up a decent bit in the Binding Mirror matches, where you bind a bind and then I just lose. They drew pretty well. I kind of drew like crap. Close matchup though. Guess I have no cards in hand. Could get lucky. Wait, did they attack into my Scalding Tarn and I didn't fetch? Oh my god. What are we both doing? Are they gonna do it again? The actual... We're both just out there just punting. I think I'm gonna double block while I can. Even though now my creativities are dead. Nah, Oliver, I was just like, I mean, maybe they're happy with that trade too? I don't know. Yeah, I got both this way. Dude, where are my Fables? Freaking Fables so I can get rid of all these dead cards.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Easiest money of my life!
You can't believe what fell.
The next label play.
The next label play. That Solitude's going all the way. Might mean to have Counterspell in hand if they're playing that Solitude aggressively. More likely to have Counterspell in hand. Not much I can do about it. They're gonna get Miracle or something by Schnorn. Archon still blocks, and then it triggers when it attacks. So when if they break a lot, Fable still works. Oh, Norn tells us Dwarven Mine, good call. Why not double cast the Fire Ice? That's not how the card works. It would be the best Magic card ever printed if that's the way it works. You only get to play one of the two sides. You have to pick either get to Ice or Fire, not both. Nah, I don't even think that works in paper. Even in paper, it doesn't go. Double trigger. I don't know if too many Spell Pierce is bad or I'm just getting really unlucky in these games. Just drawing my first Fable, turn 25. I mean, obviously I'm getting unlucky, but also Spell Pierce is really good. I mean, that's the whole point, right? You get them in the early turns. You have a lot of discard outlets. Not a lot, though. I think that was it. I think that was 7 rounds.